Welcome to day 2 of Viking Week. Today, we're exploring one of the most intense and feared warrior classes of the Viking Age, the Berserkers. Known for their wild fury in battle, these warriors were said to fight in a trance-like rage, showing no fear and feeling no pain. Were they driven by ancient rituals, powerful herbs, or something else entirely? Imagine you're on a battlefield 1,000 years ago, facing a warrior who seems not quite human. His eyes blaze with fury, his muscles tense like coiled springs, and he charges with nothing but primal rage and a bear's pelt on his back. As he storms forward, weapons crash and clatter around him, but he doesn't seem to feel a single blow. This is a Berserker. So, let's start with the basics. Berserkers were a group of Norse warriors believed to fight in an uncontrollable, trance-like fury. They're often depicted in Old Norse sagas as wearing animal skins, particularly bear pelts, which may have been part of a ritual transformation. The Old Norse word berserker could mean bear shirt, implying that they either wore bear pelts or believed they could embody the bear spirit. These warriors weren't just any soldiers in the Viking army. They were almost seen as mystical or shamanic figures who had the ability to tap into an otherworldly rage. But what really made them berserk? Were they actually unstoppable? The legendary rage of the Berserkers was said to make them immune to pain, stronger, and more ferocious in battle. Some historians and archaeologists suggest that they might have used natural hallucinogens or alcohol to achieve this frenzy. A mushroom called Amanita muscaria, also known as fly agaric, has often been speculated to be the source of their rage. But this theory has its issues. For one, fly agaric can cause hallucinations, but it doesn't actually give you a heightened sense of strength or immunity to pain. If anything, it can make you feel disoriented, nauseous, and sluggish, not exactly ideal for fighting. Another explanation is that the Berserkers might have entered an altered state of mind through intense rituals and psychological conditioning. Think of it as a form of battle trance, where they could tap into deep primal instincts. Some historians think these rituals involve chanting, drumming, or other practices that would get them into a heightened, trance-like state, much like certain shamanistic practices around the world. The truth? We may never know for sure. But whether it was from mushrooms, ritual, or pure adrenaline, Berserkers were undoubtedly feared for their terrifying presence on the battlefield. Now, let's dive into one of the most intriguing aspects of the Berserkers, their transformation rituals. According to Norse lore, Berserkers weren't just warriors. They believed they could embody the strength and spirit of wild animals like bears and wolves. This transformation wasn't just about putting on a bear pelt. It was a deep, psychological process involving intense rituals that prepared them mentally and physically for battle. Historians think that Berserkers likely prepared themselves for combat with sacred, almost mystical rituals designed to help them become the animal they wore. Accounts suggest that Berserkers would perform chants, howl, or even bite their own shields in a display of fury. This wasn't just for show. It was believed to push them into a heightened state where they could shed their human fears and embrace a warrior's courage. These rituals may have included intense breathing techniques, similar to what we see in some modern martial arts or meditative practices. By using rhythmic breathing, chanting, and focusing their minds on the image of the bear or wolf, they could enter what some historians call a battle trance. Much of what we know about Berserkers comes from Norse sagas and poetry, like the Ynglinga saga and Egil's saga. These stories depict Berserkers as warriors who fought without armor, charged headlong into battle, and seemed oblivious to injury or pain. But here's the thing, Norse sagas were written down centuries after the Viking era, and many of these tales were probably exaggerated. Archaeologically speaking, we haven't found solid, irrefutable evidence of Berserkers specifically. We have weapons and remains of warriors, but nothing that definitively points to a Berserker cult or individual Berserkers themselves. Still, the fact that Berserkers appear in so many sagas means they were a significant part of Viking culture. whether as real warriors or as powerful symbols of fearlessness. So, were Berserkers real? Most historians agree that they were real people, fierce, highly trained warriors who might have been exceptional or a little intense. Whether they were truly immune to pain or fighting under a mystical trance is harder to prove. What we do know is that they were respected and feared, and they left a legacy that still fascinates us today. So, that's it for today's journey into the world of Viking Berserkers. Let me know in the comments. Do you think they really tapped into something supernatural, or was it all just Viking exaggeration? Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can join us for the rest of Viking Week. Thanks for stopping by Timely Tales. Let's dive into history one story at a time.